Do you feel like you work to pay bills but never see your money? The truth is, a silent enemy is draining your wealth, and it's not on your bank statement. It's in every microtransaction, in every unconscious click, in every forgotten subscription. It's not large debts that suffocate you. It's the incessant flow of offers that pulls you into a whirlpool of desire, a spiral of small choices that, combined, create a labyrinth of offers and installments from which escape seems impossible. You live under the dominion of an invisible addiction. It has no smell or color, but it consumes your freedom, your peace. Think about your life. You're running on a treadmill, expending energy, but the financial finish line never gets closer. Your wallet might seem controlled, but your mind is caught in chains made of credit cards, each link a silent consumption. This video isn't about blaming your habits. It's about unmasking the architecture behind them. It's about shining a dim light into the darkness of this invisible prison. Are you ready to see the gears turning the cycle of debt that hold you hostage? To unveil the tactics that bind you and silently daily steal your freedom? Do you feel the invisible rope tightening? It's no coincidence. It's silent consumption, the most dangerous addiction because it goes unrecognized. It hides in the figures floating over an anxious mind, in small decisions that seem insignificant but which, together, drain your wealth and your vital energy. Think of the food delivery apps you use for convenience, the one-click purchases that arrive at your door, the microtransactions you don't even register on your mental statement. Each of these acts is an invisible string pulling your wallet, a drop of poison that slowly enslaves you. It's a subtle erosion of your power of choice, a shopping cart that never stops rolling towards the abyss of debt. The brutal truth is this: you've been conditioned to accept this financial bleeding as normality. Easy and fast are the baits. Desire engineering operates in the shadows, transforming your need for convenience into your servitude. Your financial life becomes a swamp where every small expense is a step deeper, a swamp disguised as progress. You're paying dearly for your own inattention. Your freedom is being stolen not by a large embezzlement, but by the tiny sum of thousands of almost nothing. The invisible addiction isn't a character flaw. It's an architecture of entrapment that feeds on your inertia, your lack of awareness of these patterns. If this financial pain has visited you, comment below. Your mind, unknowingly, is the battlefield. Predictive algorithms like invisible eyes observe your every online move. They don't just record your purchases, they map your deepest desires, your emotional triggers, your fragilities. This is the fuel of desire engineering, a force that pushes you towards silent consumption. Daniel Kahneman showed us cognitive biases. The anchoring bias makes a $2 discount seem like a gift, even if you don't need the product. The endowment effect makes you overvalue what you've already bought, making it hard to let go. And the most dangerous, loss aversion traps you in what you have, even if it's a burden. You move through a labyrinth of offers and installments, unaware that every exit is in fact a new entrance. The manipulation deepens into your psyche. They don't sell you items. They sell the illusion that the next purchase will alleviate your anxiety, fill your void, validate your existence. The scales, unbalanced by impulsive financial decisions, always tip towards consumption. Marketing convinces you that the daily little pleasure is deserved. It's an affordable self-care. But this self-care has turned into just another bill, a chain made of credit cards that silently traps you. It's the banality of evil, as Hannah Arendt would describe it, enslaving you so subtly that you become an active participant in your own prison. Your freedom is being drained by invisible strings pulling your wallet, by impulses you don't even realize are programmed. The invisible addiction isn't about a substance. It's about a brain programming that forces you to consume to feel fleeting relief, only to sink you deeper into debt. Pause this video and write down this sentence. It could become a rupture with debt. The life you live is a routine of payments. Money slips through the cracks of an impulsive decision, leaving behind a trail of frustration and anxiety. The invisible addiction doesn't take large sums from you at once. It steals your peace in small daily doses. You feel the invisible weight of the unpaid bill crushing every breath, a mountain of numbers and growing anxiety. The ephemeral glow of pleasure on the screen, quickly devoured by a void that screams for more, a silent bill that never quiets. Your freedom is a mirage, constantly sabotaged by this hidden consumption. You're caught on the Ferris wheel of having, each click of the invisible chain further imprisoning your mind. The vicious cycle of indebtedness feeds on your inattention, turning your effort into a bottomless pit. Consumer society demands a standard from you, and you strive to maintain an image while money slips like sand through your fingers. Your identity fragments, the guilt of unnecessary spending and the regret of lack of control, become your silent companions. The impact is visceral. It's not just the lack of money, it's the loss of the ability to dream, to plan long-term, to truly live. The true tragedy, as Norman Cousins would have us reflect, isn't material scarcity, but the enslavement of the soul. Your life is being drained, one small expense at a time, by an addiction you barely comprehend. Money doesn't buy you peace, only another moment of oblivion, a new link in the chain of dependency. Do you also feel this spending compulsion? Write in the comments. You felt it. The exhaustion of the endless race. The emptiness of consumption. There's no shortcut. No magic button to turn off the invisible addiction. Freedom resides in the dim light in a shadowy environment, in the brutal clarity of recognizing the tactics that trap you. Self-defense begins with ruthless awareness. Money isn't just a tool, it's a psychological battlefield where you are the target. Morgan Housel, with his Psychology of Money, reminds us that emotions dictate more than logic. It's time to deactivate emotional triggers. Those that lead you to small compulsive purchases, to invisible strings pulling your wallet without you even realizing it. Deconstruct the imposed narrative. You are not merely a consumer, you are a being with purpose. The system wants you on the Ferris wheel of having, trapped between the gears turning the debt cycle. True wealth isn't in your bank balance, but in controlling your own mind, in not allowing algorithms to know your deepest desires better than you do. This demands an internal struggle, a recognition of your scarcity trauma, your search for external validation. Start turning the tables. Don't run from your bank statement. Look at it as a map. Every hidden expense is a clue to your own prison. Authentic financial freedom isn't about accumulating. It's about the liberation of your mind from the chains made of credit cards. It's about the power to choose, not to react. It's about transforming pain into presence, indebtedness into self-knowledge. The invisible addiction exists, but control is in your hands. Embrace the silence of no. Share this video with someone who needs the courage to live their own truth. You felt it. The weight of the invisible chains. The pain of silent consumption. There's no more running. Nothing left to ignore. The truth is this: the invisible addiction stole your freedom. But you have the power to deactivate the triggers, to break the chains, to reverse the game. Unveil the hidden tactics that bind you to the consumption cycle and learn to break the invisible chains that prevent you from achieving true financial freedom. Father John Karapi would speak of the evil disguised in the temptations of consumption. Here, it's subtle manipulation. Your freedom isn't in possession, it's in conscious choice, in refusing to be just another data point. The coins falling into an abyss don't have to be yours. Feel the fury of liberation, the rage of being silently drained, and transform it into brutal action, not to consume, but to be free. To have a life where money serves your essence, not your prison. May this silence call you to your true freedom, the one the invisible addiction cannot touch. Unveil the hidden tactics that bind you to the consumption cycle and learn to break the invisible chains that prevent you from achieving true financial freedom. If the invisible addiction steals your peace, comment, "I will break the chains." Leave in the comments, "Financial programming ends with me." Share this video with anyone still living on consumption autopilot. Subscribe if you want to keep breaking financial cycles with me.